Okay, y'all, we about to get started. Y'all see the clock. 3 rounds, 3 minutes a round with a minute break. Today is right hand only. The backhand, the power hand, the straight right, the right cross. Yeah, we about to get busy. We're going to start off at a pretty moderate pace, but all we're going to be throwing is right hands. And because your right hand, if you're right-handed, is your most powerful hand, it's the hand that's in the back. It's the hand that's going to do all the work. It's the hand that you probably won't throw no more than 10 of in a round. Especially if it's like a pro fight and you're talking about 6, 8, 10, 12 rounds. You ain't going to throw that hand but about 10 times a round. That's when you need the jab hand to set everything up. And the power shot is what you plan on, breaking it down with. It's like the left hand, the jab hand taps the nail. And then when you get it almost in, you take the right hand and you pound it down once or twice, and then you go to the next nail. It's the same thing in boxing. I use the left hand to set up everything. The right hand come along and, close the deal. And so, because you only have to use this hand 10, maybe 15 times in 3 minutes, if you're throwing it about 100, 150 times in 3 minutes in practice, then you're making it strong enough that when you have to use it just 10 times, you get to use it with some force. The thing that people don't understand is you have to overtrain something to get something small at its maximum amount out of. So in other words, if I plan on using my left hook only 3 times in a round, when I see the opening, bow. When I see the opening, bow. See the opening, bow. I'm dropping it. I'm going full power. But if I do 30 left hooks a day in a training session, then those 3 are going to be at maximum efficiency. So that's what I mean when I say sometimes you have to overtrain something so that by the time you need it 10 times, but you've been training it 300, it's going to give you what you asked for. Each one of them 10 times is going to be like one time. It's going to be like the first time. And we're going to be in some tough matches. I could feel it. Some of y'all are going to be in some tough matches. So the best way to be ready for a tough match is to prepare for it. That's to practice for it. I mean, if you ain't practicing, you ain't sweating, then you ain't practicing. If you ain't crying, then you ain't practicing. If you ain't getting hit with some good shots, that means you ain't sparring nobody that could beat you. People used to always say, well, why do you want to spar somebody that could beat you? Because that's how you're going to learn. That's the only way to learn. You ain't going to learn nothing if you beating up everybody in sparring. So if you just kind of going through sparring and you kind of doing your thing and you just flipping people around like a pancake, go get you somebody else to spar. A lot of times I would put my guys in the ring with a guy that was 10 or 15 pounds, maybe 20 pounds heavier than them. As long as they was pretty much in the same, they looked the same size, maybe no more than, a couple of notches taller than him or a couple of notches shorter than him. But I'll put you in the ring with somebody a little bit bigger than you. So first of all, if you tee off, you don't hurt that guy. Because if you're stronger than the guys your size, then you need to be training with somebody a little bit stronger. Because you don't want to whitewash people in sparring, then get in the ring, and then you finally meet your maker. And your maker is a lot stronger, a lot faster, and a lot smarter. So we used to go to sparring sessions against guys they had 30 and 40 fights, when my guys only had 2 and 3 fights. And when we be in an equal session, you know what kind of skill and ability your guy got. So then when you put him in there against one of those new guys like him, that's 3 or 4 fights, he coming out a victor. Training boxing, man, is tough because there's so many rules. There's so many ways to train. And I won't never get online and tell you that another coach is doing something wrong, because there's no such thing as something wrong. He just not like doing it the way I would do it. That don't make him wrong, because everybody should have their own way of doing something. And I have a philosophy and a strategy and a technique of my own that I developed over years of training and years of teaching and years of boxing and years of karate. I mix it all up like a bag of gumbo, like a bowl of gumbo. I mix it all up and I give you a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and that's how I get a whole lot of this. I want to get some W's. In order to get some W's, sometimes you got to go out your way. You got to give a guy enough stuff to give you a W. If your guy's out there drowning, sinking and drowning, look at the coach. Because if the coach didn't give him nothing he could work with, how you going to save him? I've seen a lot of pro fighters in the corner say, you ain't told me nothing. That's because maybe he didn't know nothing to tell you. Maybe his knowledge, he just extended his knowledge to the very, very end. That's why you never stop learning. You never stop learning. I look at stuff now online, and I go by gyms and watch people spar and watch people train, and I'm learning something every day. Even though I got 40 years in the game, I'm still learning. And I never like to tell people that what I know is the be-all, end-all. It's not. I give you enough, and I mix what I give you with what you got on your own, and together we do a little something. That's why when coaches are looking for fighters, we're looking for somebody that has what we need to get the job done. You don't have to be perfect when you come to me. But what you have to be is energetic. You have to be motivated. You have to have discipline. You have to have ethics and character. And you just got to have that work hard about you. So that when I know I'm telling you to do something, I know that what the outcome is going to be from what I told you to do. It used to be raining outside. I'm talking about blizzard type raining. I would send my guys on a 3-mile run. Put this sauna suit jacket on, pull this knit hat down, go on a 3-mile run. And when they came back to the gym and they walked in, they would be like, oh, no. Because I would have their headgear, their hand wraps, and their boxing gloves set out on the table. Because you just finished running 3 miles in a storm. And then you're going to come back in here and you're going to give me at least 3 rounds of sparring. And a lot of times I would take my better guys and I would say, hey, look, don't bang them up. But I'm going to put a new guy in there with you, a guy that's got 6 months to a year. Don't bang them up. We're not head hunting. But I'm going to make them work. And when the new guy starts getting tired, the seasoned veteran steps around him and just tap, tap, tap. You don't really hit them hard because it ain't always about banging out and sparring. Sometimes it's about learning. And sometimes he learning and you teaching. That's why I love boxing so much, because I teach boxing like you teach martial arts. Boxing is an art. It ain't just about putting on a pair of gloves, and wrapping your hands and putting on a pair of gloves and grabbing a mouthpiece and grabbing your headgear and putting your cup on and then just going out there and just like slamming at this guy. No, that's a gladiator. Yeah, you ain't about. You might well be in a strongman competition. Boxing is about technique. It's about pop, pop, turn, pop, pop, pop. It ain't about hurting your sparring partners, because if you hurt your sparring partners, then who you gonna spar against? It's about winning when you get in the fight. It's about letting the sparring partner get a good shot on you so you can determine whether you can take that shot. If you know you ain't been hit, then get hit. That'll let you know what you made out of. Just don't go out there and do nothing to hurt nobody or let nobody do nothing to hurt you. Because it ain't always about countering. It ain't always about blocking. It ain't always about ducking, dodging, bobbing, and weaving. Sometimes it's about holding. Sometimes the other guy's just better than you, and you just got to hold on. You got to hold him so that he don't get to throw them hands off. But you know what? But like I said, I'm out here today, and I'm throwing this right hand. I'm trying to make that right hand do what that right hand do. And so when y'all get to the gym today, no matter what day you hear this, take a day and do 3 minutes. 3-minute rounds with a 1-minute break using jab only. Then the next day, come back to the gym. Do 3 minutes with a 1-minute break and do right hand only. Then the next day, do 3 minutes with a 1-minute break and do 3 rounds of hook only. And then go to the other punches that you like. And then some days, do a combination, but do the same combination for 3 minutes. You know, Bruce Lee said, I'd never been afraid of a guy that can throw 10,000 kicks. Only a guy that throws 10,000 kicks one time. In other words, instead of throwing 10,000 different kicks, he threw the same kick 10,000 times. So you know that kick is going to be a monster. So when he kick you with that one, he's going to break you with that one. But hope y'all understand a little bit of what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's all about hard work. That's how you get to the championship. Hard work. Ain't no shortcuts to the championship. It's called blood, sweat, and tears for a reason. But first of all, I'd like to thank y'all for taking the time out to log into my page and see what all the fuss is about. You know what I'm saying? So tell your friends to get on. Don't be late. Get on. The lessons are being taught. Thank y'all for hitting the like button, for leaving comments so I can know if I need to address something. I can know if I need to change something or add something. But once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 56 is the new 26. And I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side because right about now, I'm out.